Hey, this is Micah from This Divided World, and you're listening to 90.7 WGCC in Batavia.
Throw up your rock fist if you're feeling it when I drop this. Gonna get this party started.
That's right. You should know by now that when you hear Skillet, you are listening to Rockaway Radio here at 90.7 The Music FM. This is Alan Worthington, and I've got quite the show for you. Yes, it's a 2-hour show. I normally only do an hour, but I've actually got a 2-hour show, and I'm going to be interviewing Micah Brill from This Divided World. Actually, I think he is This Divided World for the most part. That's what you'll be hearing today. But first, like always, I start my show off with Skillet. So here you go, Falling Inside the Black, followed by Fearless by For Today, here at 90.7 The Music FM. Fearless by For Today here on 90.7 The Music FM. Hey, this is in Batavia, New York, and today we are going to have skies, partly cloudy skies. 40 degrees is our high, and we have hit it. It's currently 40 degrees outside right now. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be about 36 and a little bit of a mix of rain and snow early on. Just keep your eyes open about that. And in studio today, we have Micah Brill.
What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going great.
Good, man. Hey, you're part of the band This Divided World, right?
Yeah, and like you said, pretty much am This Divided World at this point.
At this point, tell us what how you're founded, like how this goes, like that you're only the man for This Divided World.
Yeah, for sure. Well, a few years ago, I was in a local metalcore band, and that kind of ended. I was heading in a different direction in life, and so I just basically really wanted to start something super heavy, kind of wanted to have a positive message behind it, and didn't really feel like messing with a bunch of band members and a bunch of, live practices and all that kind of stuff, all the not so fun stuff about being in a band. So started it with a buddy. It was just me and another guy, so I was writing all the music for it. He was doing vocals for it. People in and out, basically, and so I had a vocalist, and I didn't, then I had a vocalist, and I didn't, so most recent vocalist, my buddy Mark, he just headed out a few months ago, left This Divided World. He's getting married, bunch of jobs, so here I am, the lone soldier of This Divided World.
There you go, man. Hey, as long as you're here, it's still going, right?
Yep.
Exactly. So, how do you record this stuff then, if you're just a one-man band here?
Well, for me, it's pretty much like how anybody else does as far as like the full album and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the main difference would be drums. In a lot of ways, it's similar to what bands are doing nowadays, even though most people don't know it. I mean, when you think of metal, and especially I know you know some about recording itself. When the drum tracking stage is like, that's what takes up all the time and stuff, you know. But what a lot of metal bands are doing nowadays is they're either triggering drums or replacing drums and doing samples. So for us, or for me, for This Divided World, I just save myself that time of the tracking process and just go straight to the sample drums. So I do the guitars, I do the bass, and I do a pre-production version of everything, like at my house, just maybe nice. My bedroom and stuff like that. And then when it comes to the studio, it's just basically you take the MIDI drums, convert it to samples or reel or whatever, and track the guitars, track the bass, track the vocals live. So with exception to the drums, which in metal music, that's pretty much where everything's going anyways. Yep. Everybody's sampling everything. So very similar to what what's going on in the metal community today.
Nice. So you're keeping pretty much up to par with what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saving myself all that drum tracking time and money.
Exactly. So what are you? Are you a vocalist? Are you a guitarist? What is your main position? Do you do others?
Well, I've in the past I've done vocals. I know how to do vocals. I do play drums and stuff like that. But I guess you could say I'm the composer. I mean, guitar is my main instrument. That's what I play. That's what I go home and practice and stuff like that. when it comes to actually sitting down for This Divided World, I mean, I compose it. I do it all pretty much. I pretty much leave the vocals up to the vocalists, let them figure out that, just kind of give critiques of that or whatever. But yeah, I focus on guitar. That's my writing. That's how I guide the song or whatever. I mean, that's the main thing. But obviously the drums are important, and the bass is just kind of there for me. Sorry bassists. I hate to say it. It's there.
No offense to y'all, but
Yeah, it's just to catch that low frequency and just to really make everything punch and really hit hard and stuff like that.
Kind of roll. That kick also helps take in some of the bass where the bass lacks.
Yeah, for sure.
The kick always helps bring that in a little bit.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so you've got an album out called When Darkness Reigns. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Absolutely.
But I want to know your favorite song off of there.
My favorite song is The East and the West.
Gotcha. Any particular reason?
I just love that it's the shortest song in the album, and to me, I think that's
well, as long as you don't like it because it's the shortest song.
Well,
it's like whew, it's over.
No, it's the most concise, and I think that's it's definitely a skill to be able to write really long songs that are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of bands, and just in the music scene in general, they try and make something longer than it needs to be. And I love when something is cut the unimportant parts out, cut even the important parts in half, and just cram it all together, and just bam, there it all is.
So give your song a point and get to it.
Yeah, exactly. 2.5 minutes and it's done.
Exactly, and it is, how long is it? It is 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, folks, you will be getting This Divided World and their song The East and the West, and after that you'll have some new band I've been promoting lately called Bayless and their song Venom. Then we'll have some back-to-back Demon Hunter, all after this.
If your campus organization has an item of interest, send the information 2 weeks in advance to WG.
I mean, that's what This Divided World is about in a lot of ways. I think in a lot of bands, there's this mentality, just what was huge in the 80s, which was people wanted somebody to worship. They wanted an idol, an awesome guitarist, an awesome vocalist, or whatever it was, the person that put on that rock star mentality. And people literally worship other people, especially musicians. And I would always kind of despise that. I never wanted to be that, never wanted to do that. And so for me, if you follow on the This Divided World Facebook page, always trying to connect with fans on YouTube videos, always trying to just put out a fan Q&A video. I mean, I answered everything that everyone asked, and I just want to connect with people and be real with them. I'm not really concerned, if I was concerned with album sales or making money with this, I wouldn't be doing metal. It's not popular.
Yeah.
It's not money to be made. And I wouldn't be doing studio band. I wouldn't be doing Christian metal, and I would, I don't know what I would do. But
so you'd rather be known as Micah Brill instead of This Divided World, in essence.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of people looking up at you and going, "Hey, oh wow, a band, but Micah Brill is part of This Divided World. Oh my gosh, it's This Divided World." You want them to be saying, "This dude I can talk to."
Yeah, and it's one, and I try and make it one and the same, really.
Mm-hmm.
So. And it kind of is anyways.
It kind of is at this moment, yeah. But what can you tell us about the song coming up here? We got Falling Stars.
Yeah, Falling Stars. Well, the title Falling Stars is actually, I don't know, it's just a little bit of an artistic way of talking about demons, actually, demonic, talking about when the hosts of heaven fell, from heaven became a part of this actual natural world. And it's just talking about, it's really talking about demons and Satan. And you'll hear there's a quote in here. It says, if God is not your father, then Satan is. And it's just it's really a song to him, message and focus directly to him. And if you get to the end of it, and it's just saying a lot of different things this is a choice you made. This is what it is. This is the consequence of walking away from God, and that's a lot of what the song is about.
Gotcha. Well, that's what we'll be playing right here on 90.7 Music FM. This is Rockaway Radio with Alan Worthington. Yes, you heard it from him. This Divided World is Falling Stars. And that was Declaration by Currents here at 90.7 The Music FM. Yes, this is Rockaway Radio, where I bring you the best in Christian rock. Or today, it's the best in Christian heavy metal, I guess is how it goes, right?
Yep.
What would you classify this as?
Metal works in terms of subgenres. I know.
Yes, I know there's like a lot of different subs of metal.
There's no end to the amount of subgenres,
Yes.
but I call it deathcore. A
Okay.
lot of people do. Some people think that's a little bit too violent of a name, but what it is it's taking together death metal and like metalcore, hardcore.
Yep.
Core generally means to a lot of people the breakdown kind of stuff of it, and just the death is the fast kind of like talking about a little bit more old school metal influence kind of stuff. So it's to the metalheads, it's deathcore. To anybody that doesn't really listen to that, it's metal or whatever they call it, hard rock. You know what I mean? So
well, I wouldn't classify that as hard rock. That's even that step above hard rock even.
Neither would I, but to somebody that's hard rock.
Yes, exactly. Someone out there is hard rock.
Yep.
So we'll let you all have your own say. So Facebook. Do you have Facebook? Do you have Twitter? What do you got going on, man?
Yep. The main page to kind of that I really try and put all my energy and my focus into is the Facebook. If you just type in facebook.com/thisdividedworld, that's kind of what controls everything else, if I can say that. Then Twitter, I'm not really big on it. I don't have one personally, but a lot of people like it, and so I do Twitter. It's hashtag TDW Metal. This Divided World Metal, and then I'm the biggest fan in the world of YouTube, so I got to have a YouTube page.
There you go.
YouTube.com/thisdividedworld, and then the place you can actually find our music, thisdividedworld.bandcamp.com. But all that stuff, if you just go to the Facebook or if you just Google This Divided World, you're gonna find it all.
You're gonna find it. Now I have some DJs here that if you Google their show, they actually comes up like #1 result on Google.
Oh, awesome!
This Divided World, does that work the same way, pretty much?
Yeah, it does. There's definitely some different things that come in. I've typed in the same search different times, This Divided World, right, just into Google or into YouTube. And depending on the day, you'll get different weird things. Like it'll be like the Middle East, this divided world, or like the world divided, or stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I guess never anything specifically that's quote this divided world, but different things
about the world being divided.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So whatever.
So what inspired the name?
This Divided World. It's really actually a lot of things, but it's just looking at these different ways that you can classify the world. I mean, like, let's talk about like gigantic theories. So you could say, like, specifically the past 100 years, you could say that it's communist versus capitalist, and some people choose to divide the world in that way. There's only these, and you know what I mean. There's this and that.
There's so many ways to divvy up the world.
Right, but it's a matter of breaking it down into two divisions. You know what I mean? Us and them, good and evil, all this kind of stuff. And for me personally, when I got to naming a band, I wanted as soon as somebody saw the name, for them to know it was a metal band, to know that it was going to be heavy, to think, okay, it's going to be something about, it's not just a childish, fun, whatever. I mean, it's about real.
This ain't no boy band.
Yeah, exactly. It's about real, legit stuff. And for me, thinking about how this world is divided, I really see people that are spiritually alive and people that are spiritually dead. And what decides that is their relationship with God and what that is. And so it was just, you know what I mean, This Divided World just came to me when I was driving one day, and I'm like, I'm going to make a band because that's such a good name.
That's such a good name. I'll build a band around the name instead of the other way around.
Exactly.
I like how that works.
Exactly.
I should try that. If it's that simple, why not, right?
Yeah.
So coming up, we have back-to-back songs of you.
Awesome.
This Divided World. We got Redeemed and When Darkness Reigns. You want to tell us anything about those songs?
Yeah, for sure. Redeemed is, and even when I wrote it, I knew it would be. It's the fan favorite, which is funny because it's really not the heaviest track on this album. And obviously, as a band that prides itself in being heavy, it's just kind of funny that
that's the one that's chosen.
Yeah, despite trying to really set myself apart from a lot of other Christian metal bands by being super heavy, that the fans like the not as heavy. So that's just is what it is. But yeah, Redeem's got that gang chant at the end. And
yes, that's amazing.
And
y'all need to listen to that song specifically. I love that.
Yep.
Sorry, it's a fan favorite right here too.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's got the guitar solo in it. It's got the guitar sweeps at the end. So I mean, it's the recipe for it. And then When Darkness Reigns is the title track. It's probably a little bit more overlooked, but it kind of has a similar. People really like that track as well, and it has a similar ending where it's going into this epic lead guitar driven breakdown kind of thing where it's just like it's simple lyrics and people are just like really getting into it, and it's just kind of like that. It's a little bit more like story driven, I guess you could say.
Gotcha. It's got more of I want to say like a bard's tale almost.
Yeah, it's
got a story behind it.
It's a narrative.
Yes,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? It's me talking through kind of this different stuff. So Redeem's kind of the bring it all together, boil it down, fan favorite kind of thing. And When Darkness Reigns is that like narrative, very epic, big scale kind of thing.
Nice. Okay, so that's what we have coming up next. Just real quick, if you like what you're hearing, look me up on Facebook. It's Rockaway Radio, 2 words, Rockaway and Radio. Like the page. It'll tell you when I'm on. A lot of times I'll tell you what I'm playing. Actually, this is the first hour of Rockaway Radio. We're doing a special 2-hour show today with Micah. And if we ever have any other fans, fans, I hope you're a fan. But if we have any other bands or special guests on, check it out. I'll have them on the page coming up. Yes, like the page. Tell me what you think of the music. I am always basing my music on what you all like. Saying that, my next hour coming up, I'm going to have anything from Skill to DC Talk. I'm going to Amber Lynn, Barlow Girl, Toby Mac, Capital King's Disciple, Icon for Hire, Jeremy Camp. It's just a fan favorite, man. It's just like I try to pick whatever people like and then a few new ones, basically is what it comes down to.
Yep.
So you need to tell me. Give me your input. Like me on Facebook, Rockaway Radio, 2 words, Rockaway and Radio. If you don't like that, go for Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Alan_1, ONE. Spell it all out, and that's how you get it. So check me out there, and tell me what you think. So coming up, we have This Divided World and Redeemed. When Darkness Reigns by This Divided World here on Rockaway Radio here at WGCC 90.7, the Music FM. So, Micah, before we get off the air here real quick, what do you have coming up? Do you have any upcoming albums, shows? What's going on?
Basically the main thing that I'm doing now, obviously since This Divided World, it went from being a 2-man band to just a 1-man. So it's kind of been an interesting place to be in. I'm not really looking for that second person yet, or people ask, "Hey, are you gonna make it a full band?" Not really looking to do that. I'm planning on working on an EP. If it's possible, I want to release it again for free, like I did the last album. I pretty much have that all written, and what I'm doing is I'm getting a collection of vocalists from different bands all over the country, and I'm gonna have them do guest vocals on different tracks. So
that would be epic to get all those different vocals on there.
It's gonna be awesome. So that's my main thing. I've always got little things coming up here and there, but that's really my focus, and I'm hoping to put that out by fall to this year, 2013.
So once again, where do we get your album?
Bandcamp, thisdividedworld.com / thisdividedworld.bandcamp.com.
There you go. And it's free, right? If you want
donations
accepted.
It's pay what you want, but most, 99% of people are getting it for free.
Yes. So there you go. That's all we have time for today. I will start my next hour up in a couple minutes here. Thank you, Micah, for coming on. It's been great.
Thanks for having me,
man. It's been a great time, actually. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I got a whole new respect for deathcore, man. A whole new respect. So, okay, y'all, coming up, we have, like I said, the most amazing Christian rock here on WGCC. Anything from DC Talk, Fourth Angel, Barlow Girl, Family Force 5, you name it. I probably got on here at some point or another. But that's coming up right here after this.